let's turn first to Washington Live with our senior Washington correspondent, Dan Raviv. Dan, Russia will take its turn on the world stage soon. They will have the floor at the UN Security Council. And again, the question was posed to the generals, what evidence do you have? Why can't we see the evidence? I'd imagine that this is going to be the main talking point at the UN. What does it mean for Russia, and how will America respond?
Jeff, it was striking that at the Pentagon briefing that began about an hour ago, and we brought it to you live here on i24NEWS, there was aerial reconnaissance. We saw photos of the damage caused at 3 sites in Syria by the U.S., British, and French attack. We also learned, by the way, that of the 105 missiles that struck Syria, 8 had been launched by the British and 9 by the French. And I apologize to the British and French if I reverse those two numbers, but 17 by America's allies, and they were launched from aircraft. That's the British and the French. The Americans mostly were using ships and submarines to launch the missiles, but in some cases, some were launched from B-1 stealth bombers, including a stealthy missile used in combat for the first time by the United States. You had the sense, perhaps, that here was the U.S. military seeing the opportunity to try out a new weapon. It could be launched typically from 500 miles or 800 kilometers away. It's called the JASSM, the Joint Air to Surface the Standoff Missile, and it apparently was a success. So you had this total confidence on the part of the Pentagon as the president tweeted, "Mission accomplished." The 3 targets were struck. Syria's chemical weapons capability really dealt a blow. But on the diplomatic side, well, the Pentagon could not help the United States case because, no, there wasn't evidence that the Syrian regime used chemical weapons against civilians 1 week ago. Basically, the U.S. Defense Department says, believe us, our intelligence looked into it, and we're certain. That's what the British and French governments are saying also.
All right, Dan Raviv, live for us in Washington. Let's turn...